Hello. We're playing Heart, our session two of this short campaign. I'm Mark. I'll be our GM keeper today, and we have three players returning and one joining us for the first time. I will call on you to introduce yourself so we can know each other. Just tell me your name, pronouns, and a little bit about your character, and then we'll get into getting Gwen settled. Sabine, I see you first.
Hey, hi, my name is Sabine. I use any pronouns. And I am playing, yes, that it has been 2 weeks, right? I'm playing Sansar, uses they, them pronouns. Sansar is a dead walker, is called by adventure. They're a drow. Um, yeah, they like to rush into danger, I guess. And also can see that can slip sideways into the dead world, take other people with them. So that should be fun if it ever happens. But they also can glimpse echoes, and yeah, they owe someone a thing because of some fallout they took.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got that
Yeah,
ball.
yeah.
Cool. Thank you. How about
Mhm.
Sure. My character is still loading, so I don't remember all of the details, but I'm playing Dol Wen. He is a deep apiarist. He has a colony of magical bees living inside of him. He is in the heart, seeking the secret of immortality. And he has a number of bee-related powers, including the ability to be eaten by bees and have his body reconstituted elsewhere. Um, and I think the other powers we will discover in play.
yeah. Cool. Thank you. And Nick.
Yeah, hey, I'm Nick. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm playing Red Eye Gree, who also uses they, them pronouns. Red Eye is a gnoll, um, and they are a junk mage, so they're addicted to magic and seek it out. Um, I'm also loading my page. It's been a couple weeks, so I will rediscover it as we play. But they are from the Heart area and connected to some of the gangs and have been forced into this um, adventure because they owe them for the magic slash drugs that they get from them.
That was
Great to meet you, Dred.
sorry, the Pebble Hunters Confederacy, right?
The Pebble Hunters Confederacy. Yes. I'll put it in the chat.
Awesome. And Gwen, just introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Gwen. I use she, her pronouns. And I'm looking forward to playing with you all.
So, great. I also he them, but it's usually in my name, but it wasn't this time. Great. So Gwen, let's get you set up with a character. Have you gotten into Roll20 already?
Yep,
Cool.
I sure have.
Are you familiar with Roll20?
I am.
Fantastic. You're ahead of me. You have a character there on the third tab called Gwen's character right now. I think everyone can see everyone's characters at this point.
Nope.
No.
You
No,
need to set me up because I
Okay.
just joined for the first time.
Show to plus edit. There. Hey, should be edited and controlled by all players. Let's give you that. You see your character now.
I'm gonna refresh
Oh, cool.
because Roll20 is like this. It
Yeah.
does sometimes. It is difficult.
I think everyone should be able to see, or everyone is set to see everyone's characters. So
Right now,
I
I can only see the PDF of the Heart player copy and then current character beats and lines and veils. I
and
can try logging in on a different browser because
My view is also the same. I'm
yeah,
not sure
I
if I'm
only can see my own character.
others.
oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
same.
You say
See. Edit can be edited and controlled by all players. I wonder if editing and controlling is different than seeing. uh,
Oh, I mean, I think that you could try going to the things you want us to see and make sure that they're visible to players, period.
2 players. Did that can how about that? Did that do it? Show players. Show players.
I can see Gwen's character now.
Yep, same. Yep,
I'm
that works.
Right. Cool. Cool. So I tapped on everyone's characters there. So great. Are you good, Elliot?
I mean, I can only see my character and Gwen's character, but
Same here. Yeah.
same.
All right. Well, we'll work on that for now. Let's get you set up then. Gwen, do you have an idea of what kind of character you would like? What the classes are here? We have a brief overview. There it is. The available classes are Cleaver, which is a shape-shifting hunter who consumes the flesh of their prey. In Lines and Veils, we do have a line against cannibalism, so that might not be the best choice. We have a Heretic, who's a devotee of the moon beneath, and it's kind of a twisted cleric. We've got the Hound, who's a mercenary police officer. The Incarnadine, who worships the goddess of debt, because they've lost so much money. We've got the
I
Vermisian.
relate to that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Vermisian Knight is a half knight, half train guy who works the magic railways down here, and Witch, who has a blood disease that lets you cast magic.
So yeah, I saw the list of like in the table of contents. That's what I was looking at. I'm like, ooh, I'll be a Knoll Witch, but then Nick is playing a Knoll, and I'm like, oh, well,
We have two drow. I think that those are.
Yeah. It's
I could. I could be a human or a high elf or something. I don't know. I normally try and avoid high elves because I don't know. I just associate them with
Just fuck those guys. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The elite or something.
1%.
Elfir
right.
are just messy bitches.
Yeah. If you want to be.
And if you want to be hated, I mean,
Hmm.
not you personally, but you know.
Oh, now you're making it fun.
Oh, okay. You're selling me. I could be a catty person. Okay, so I'll be a high elf witch. Although,
Awesome.
tell me, when you said Vermisian knights are heart train, did you mean their bodies are trains, or did you mean they just ride trains? They're like train fans.
They level into it. I think one of their final form abilities is to turn into a giant train, run over everything in the scene, and then disappear forever. So
I've seen that happen in a game of
I've
Heart. It was
wanted that in
extremely
my
epic.
life.
It was extremely epic.
I can become Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh, yeah, that's never something I've ever wanted. So no, we're gonna pass on that one. And I'll just be a basic witch.
cool. And you said high elf.
Yeah, I'll have resting witch face. It'll be fine.
Fantastic. I've never played with a witch, so it'll be fun for everyone. So cool. Hopefully, you should be able to edit Gwen's character there. You can put
I
in
can.
witch class and Elfir, I think it is your high elf ancestor. In the book, let's see what we have here. Mhm.
Well,
There they are. No, elf or high elves. Great. So they have fun names too. There's like noun, 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 or noun, adjective, noun.
okay.
So you can answer one of these questions. High elves are elves from Spire, the city above. They are the oppressive ruling class. Some of them came down here into the heart to get stuff from the heart because they think they deserve it, and they do, and they will get what they deserve. One of these questions you can answer when you make your character. You wear the mask that you used to wear up top for some reason. Your family name was ruined for some reason, or you cling to a luxury that you brought down with you. Which one of those sounds fun to you?
Oh, I think it would be best if given that I'm planning on being an awful mean girl, that my family's actually ruined. I don't, it's my like hidden shame, you know.
Great. So
It's
the
actually why I'm down here. Yeah.
yes. So the family name was ruined due to a cataclysmic social faux pas. What did they do?
What did I do? Was it something I had to do?
What did the family do to
The
accomplish?
family.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wore white after Labor Day? What are we talking about here? Cataclysmic. I think I'm trying to think of something fun and interesting. How about they well, I mean, how about is there I don't know what the lines and veils are yet. So is there a line or a veil for like addiction or drug use?
I don't see one. Right now, our lines are sexual assault, domestic violence, homophobia, transphobia, sexism, racism, human racism, and cannibalism, and veils on torture by the PCs and fantasy elf drow racism.
Okay. I oh excuse me. How about the patriarch developed a drug addiction, and imagine at some great grand political event was fall down drunk or something, and had thrown away or lost the estate's wealth,
Great.
gambling or buying this substance or whatever. He was we don't name him anymore, right?
Right. He's lost all his names. Fantastic. On your character sheet, there's a notes section at the bottom.
Hmm.
Throw whatever you like down there. You can click the plus to add more fields. So if you want to throw that in there for memory's sake.
Sure.
You also get a couple fun keepsakes. Do you have access to the PDF?
I do actually. I'm just moving slowly here.
No worries.
Uh,
Your stuff is on page 18 for the Elfir. At your leisure, you can roll for or pick two of those fun little trinkets to add to your character when the mood strikes you. You're also going to be choosing a calling, why you've come down to this place that no reasonable person would come down to.
mm,
Callings are adventure, enlightenment. You've been forced down here. Heart song, you've been called down here by dreams. You're a penitent. I think that is it. And which one of those affects how you level up? Basically, different beats you can hit to level up.
mm.
Does that sound fun?
Let's see. I'm just trying to. Well, the initial idea I had was before I actually read any of these was redeem my family. But
Ooh, penitent might work for you then.
which one? Penitent? Yeah, I was thinking penitent, perhaps, or yeah, it's not about adventure. I mean, it could be, but no. Enlightenment, no. I don't. What would I need that for? All right. I'm not really forced, except for by social shame. No, Heart Song is. That sounds like that's something that more people with more emotional maturity and depth are aware of than my character will have. Yeah, let's say it's a kind of penitence, except instead of being the trust of my order, it's the social standing of my peers.
I love it. I love it.
I'm going to make amends for my fallen family.
Popularity is God.
Right.
That's right.
I'm gonna add your first ability here for you so you can see.
Okay.
That's a core ability for your. So as a penitent, you get the core ability Not Yet. Your willpower fueled with guilt is legendary. Once per session, you can activate this ability to avoid suffering negative effects from blood or mind fallout for the remainder of the situation. That is pretty good. Cool. And we'll talk about how skills and stuff work in a moment. If you can see on page 29 there, you also have a bunch of beats, minor, major, and zenith beats. These are things that let you get new skills and whatnot. You will pick two beats, usually at the end of a session, but since this is your first session at the beginning,
Yep.
they're all super fun. Just depends on what you want. They are kind of role-playing prompts for you, as well as a guide for me to kind of steer stuff in a direction that is fun for you.
So these ones I'm supposed to look to be able to mark through play?
Yeah. So
Okay.
and that ranges from like take minor blood fallout. So you know, get into a scrap. That'll get you a new ability. To the very very top ones, betraying your order, being absolved of your sins and whatnot. But I would probably stick with the minor ones for now.
Right.
Those will go under active beats. Again, you can pop two there. Take those at your leisure. Let me know, or just give me a poke when you've got them.
Okay, so the idea would be these are things that assume I had done prior to this session. Is that the idea?
Yeah, and they change every session, or they can change every session. So it's always fresh.
It's that we're trying to do them in the scene, right?
Yeah, in the course of you're either pushing to do them, or you're kind of saying, "Hey, I'd like to do that to me," and I'll see if
Okay, yeah, should I just add them or do you want me to tell you?
yeah, go ahead and add them. You can tell us
Okay.
about.
And you said how many of each kind?
You could take two altogether per session. Um, so you can mix and match. Starting off with minor ones is probably good while you get a hang of it. But if you want to go for some major ones right up front, super
All
good.
right.
And then we are a witch as well. Great, fantastic.
Mhm.
Cool. You're a diseased spellcaster, powered by the Hollow. Ooh, look at that. Um, I have not looked at the witch yet. That's badass. Cool. So let me talk quickly about your mechanical bits and pieces here. Um, Down on the left side here, you have skills and domains. These are traits that will be used to give you dice when we do rolls. And every roll is going to involve one or more of these skills and domains. For each one that applies, you get an extra die. So your core traits are your skill is compel, so you can check that off, and your core domain is occult. Makes sense. And then you have a resource that you can add under the resources tab, and you can choose one piece of equipment there that you can not tab section that you can add in the equipment section. If you have any questions about those, feel free to stop me and I can help you out.
So the resource section, I'm looking at core traits. Is that something I should worry too much about right now, or?
Not right now. I mean, you get it for free at the beginning. Resources are things that you can trade for stuff. There's no currency really, so you're always trading stuff for stuff. So a D6 Haven resource is basically something that you can trade for. You can trade at a town or something to for healing or resting or a weapon or something.
Gotcha. Okay.
The die size is how much it is.
I guess I don't know what what is the tag bloodbound and mend blood? I mean, are those something I should worry too much about that?
Yeah, those are combat words. I don't know what those ones mean, but they are listed, and I can find mend blood. Wow. The physicals bag. Oh, mend is a healing item, so you can use that
Okay.
and stuff. Bloodbound. What does that mean? Sacred blade, bloodbound. Mark D4 stress to blood to roll with mastery. Oh, so basically you can hurt yourself to get more dice with that. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Let's play with that.
Cool. And then you get your two core abilities. It looks like Crucible, which lets you play with your stress, and True Form, which lets you switch to your true form and give you more dice on hunts, but they're become risky, which makes them more difficult. Interesting. Cool. And those you get for free. You get to choose, I think it is, let me check my notes here. You get to choose one major and three minor abilities from your class. Um, there's a lot of them. They're all very cool, and you're going to want to take all of them. Um, I would say
Ooh.
skim those. The one question we had last time was under the major abilities. There's also
Uh-huh.
like sub minor abilities. Those are abilities you can add afterwards. So you would take the minor ability, and then when you level up, you can add those minor abilities to it. Kind of tag them on.
Okay.
Separate
Can
minor.
you went just a little quick through that. I get all of the minor abilities?
You get all of your core abilities.
No,
Uh,
yeah, okay.
you get three minor abilities and one major.
Three minor, one major. Okay. And it's okay to just choose those as we go, or should I
Yeah,
choose them now?
yeah. You can choose them now. You can choose them as
Okay.
you go. And this is not a tournament play, so if you pick something and you decide it sucks, we can swap it out.
Fair. Okay. Because that's a lot of reading. So
Yeah, there's so many things, and
I
they're
know
all really great.
they do sound cool. Great flavor. Let's see here. Ooh.
And I think that will set you mostly up. The last thing we want to do for you is get you connected to everyone.
Mm,
That is questions under your calling again. We
okay.
decided was penitent. There it is. Um, cool. So, question about you. What marks it says what marks your order out from others like it. I guess for you it would be like what marks your family out from other families. Um, what evidence of your failings is visible in the city beneath. You can fill that in as you like. But then pick one of the other players. They were present at your betrayal. How were they involved?
Hmm.
Do you have an idea of who that might be?
Uh, well, I don't know enough about the other characters. Are any of you characters that might have had some social mobility at one point? Could have been
No,
at a no.
I was on my endurance maybe during that time. Like I'm a drow, so we have to serve for a year or two for to the Elfir as sort of attendants. And well, there's a lot of nice things to say that the Elfir coached this in, but basically like yeah, indentured servitude.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
kind of an
Yeah,
upstairs downstairs vibe. All right,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, yeah, but I might have been there during your
Yes,
betrayal.
that works perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my
The
mistress
family was
probably brought me with her when that happened, and I saw that and I was like, whatever.
Did your mistress
yeah.
maybe apply the extra strong stuff that got them wrecked the last time?
Well, maybe that's what I stole from her actually and sold. That's what
Is it mushroom based? We did have some mushrooms last time.
Yeah, we're
oh
we're in
yeah.
the mushroom place right now, and this is all gonna tie in really well.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
perfectly.
Okay, cool.
That's
Nice.
my connection. Do I need another? Were there something else?
Yeah, there's one more. Pick one of the
Mhm.
other player characters. You look up to them as an example of how to live one's life. What inspired this?
Okay. Well, Elliot, Nick, tell me a little bit more about your character and how a mean girl elf who's trying to redeem her family name, might have something, might admire you about something. I'm Noel Junk Mage doesn't jump out at me as
Yeah, I
being
mean, unless
somebody
you
she
like
would.
want to be like a real bad girl. But
Um,
yeah, but it
so
makes
so
maybe more sense for the
yeah,
B
so my,
guy.
my character is I mean I think maybe the way you might relate to Dolwen is he came to Spire and got involved in a cult and got scammed out of all of his money, and he's trying to kind of
Forgot
pick
about
back
that.
up from that, kind of
And which
redeem
class are
himself from
you?
that. I'm a human.
No, which class or which
Oh,
call?
Clash!
Not
I'm
called.
the deep apiarist.
That's right. That's amazing. That even exists is amazing. All right.
Yeah, right. It's the best thing.
Literally, this
s-
is
so so you're trying to regain your financial standing.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. I think my underlying goal was to unlock the secret of immortality, but the
Oh,
last.
I know. She's into that. Yeah, because she doesn't want wrinkles ever.
Mm.
I hope does it I mean, let me just check in real quick. I don't know why I just decide these things on the spot when creating a character. I just got if I'm like, well, I guess I'll play a high elf, and then I just can't play a high elf without being like a shallow, snooty
Mhm.
person. But is it I mean, like it's almost like a little bit of a comedy character, joke character. I don't
That's
know
fine with
what the
me.
vibe was.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't want to come into like a grim dark
the game will take care of it.
exploration of
Don't have to worry about
okay.
it.
Okay.
Oh
Just
yeah,
checking in
I
with the
think we're cool
people.
with that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're good.
Uh,
We have an old junk mage. It's always the characters
I
are
don't
always
have
a
a
bit
problem. You have a problem.
the characters are all a bit over the top, honestly.
Yeah, I'm made
I'm
of
Well,
I'm
bees, so
I'm dead, okay, and I'm making that everyone's problem. So
I like that the guy who's made of bees is the most normal of us.
it always works out that way somehow. I don't know.
amazing. Yeah, okay. I'm with it.
You feel like you have enough to start with?
Yeah, definitely. Thank
Cool.
you.
Cool. Awesome. So brief recap from last time, and feel free to add stuff or correct me if I get stuff wrong. We met everyone. Everyone got together at Grip Station, which is one of those Vermissian train station tunnels that was shut down, both because of a terrible magical incident, but also because they built it under this beautiful set of singing crystals that they thought would be an amazing tourist attraction, which turned out to be incredibly dangerous when you drive a train on them. So that's just a little town now that's trying to shore itself up. You met up with, get my names right here. You met up with Frumius, who is technically a doctor. Frumius hired you to get some medicinal mushrooms for them in Redcap Grove. So you went on your first delve to go from Grip Station to Redcap Grove. And that is reflected on our map there, which is super cool. Step out of the way there. Great. So we're in tier 1 of the heart. Basically, the heart is the magical source of weirdness in the middle. As you go closer to it, stuff gets weirder. We're still relatively on the edge. The heart only wants what's best for you. It's just not good at it. You did our delve from Grip Station to Redcap Grove, went through a tunnel that got more and more organic as we went along. There was like a weird sunburn light trap thing. Bees ate their way through. They didn't eat their way through the gate. They ate you and went through the gate and reformed you. So you can get through. You met your old buddy. They had a really good name. What was it? Sockeye Joe.
Oh, Sockeye Joe.
Sockeye Joe, who, with a couple other thugs, had commandeered a train and abandoned it for good reason. And you talked your way out of getting jumped by them, and eventually made your way to the Grove, where
we stole their train. I mean, we took their train.
trained briefly until you.
Yeah, but it tried to eat me, so I didn't like that.
No, oh, maybe that's why they left.
Yeah, that's why we assumed that's why they left, because the train was to eat your soul if it drives, and well,
Trains do. And we ended with entering Redcap Grove. It's real weird down here. So even though we're deep, deep underground, Redcap Grove is this vast cavern with what appears to be sky above it, that looks just like the sky outside. There is a sort of vast rolling fields full of all sorts of plants and colorful mushrooms. And the grove itself is this ruined castle, basically, or fortification that is also completely overgrown with these mushrooms. Cathedral, that's what it is, an ancient cathedral. Um, our right, our Knoll, Red Eye, decided to immediately take off running towards the cathedral because it looked super cool, and the ground in front of them exploded in a puff of mushroom puffs. At which point you realize there were riflemen on the walls who had taken a warning shot at you, probably the last warning shot, and yelled, "Interlopers, state your business or become one with the grove." You were sent here to get some mushrooms from the red-eyed druids, who are a gang. There's the criminal gang who happen to be druids, who run a drug trade out of here. So, I think we'll introduce. Gwen, did you pick a name for your character yet?
Oh yes, I need to have an elven like 3-word name. All right, let me think of one. I'll have one in just a moment.
We'll bring you in. I think we'll have a good place to bring you in, depending on how this goes. Great. Warning shot's been fired. Challenge has been leveled. How would you like to respond to that? Anyone?
I'm not sure Red Eye does much immediately. I think Red Eye just kind of like hunkers down. So if someone else has a hit, go for it.
Yeah, wait a minute. Let me check. Oh yeah, okay. I will rush into danger before anyone else because I like the XP, and I will step up and say, "Hello there, fellow persons. We have heard of your amazing mushrooms, and we have come here to admire them and maybe do a little trade. You know what I mean."
You can admire them from where you are.
But how am I supposed to smell them? I can't smell them from over here. Come on. What would it take for you to let us do the thing?
Oh, while Zithar is doing this, can I start sneaking now?
You sure can.
Just be like, oh, they're distracted. I'm gonna
This is great.
keep going, Zinthar. Keep them going.
Yeah.
Zenta, are you going to make like an offer, or are you waiting for them to open the negotiations?
I'm just talking out of my ass right now. I don't know what they want. I don't exactly know what I want. I just know that Red Eye said something about sneaking, and yeah, here I am, being the distraction. That's fun. And also maybe trying to find out who these people are and how they take basically what they want. No,
Yeah.
I'm not going to make them offer. I want to know what they want, who they are.
Great. They yell, well, if you're buying, find yourself a dealer. We only deal in wholesale. If you're here to steal from us, you'd best turn around.
If we were here to steal from you, would I be standing here? That would be a really stupid plan, right? I mean, I'm here talking.
Yep.
You know, I'm doing the talking thing.
Time to make a roll for sneaking.
Yeah.
Great. So we are in the Red Cap Grove. Let me pop open Red Eye here. We're in the Red Cap Grove. So the domain is wild. So we're going to do a roll for you. This is your sneaking. Looks like you have a sneak skill. The domain is going to be wild. It looks like you do not have that. So you can select the wild there. Zenthar, are you mechanically helping with this with your
Obviously.
Great, fantastic. So we've got a +1 in the drop down there. And this is a standard roll right now. So if you'd just like to hit that roll,
All right.
take a look and see what we get.
Oh, it shows up on the other thing.
Okay. So when we roll, you get a D10 for starters. You get a D10 if you have a skill that's applicable. You get a D10 if you have a domain that's applicable. You get an extra D10 if you have mastery or a knack in those. And then if someone's helping you, you get another D10 there. So we had the base one, a skill, and a help die. So it was three. 3 dice were rolled. We got a 9, and a 1. A 9 is a full success, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, that is good news for you. I thought I had a little cheat sheet here. I do. Look at that. Great. So, success. Yeah, success with no stress. So, Red Eye, you are able to sneak through the mushrooms. The mushrooms around you, the fungus, they are of various shapes, sizes, and colors. You manage not to get a spoutful of anything on your way, and I think while Zentar is blustering, you're able to slowly make the cathedral wall. Dolwyn, what are you doing while all this is happening?
I'm prepared to become these if anything goes wrong. But I think I'll let these two handle the talking and sneaking.
Great, great. So Zenthar, your last thing that you said was, I forget what was the last thing you said, or what would you like them to respond to?
I would like them. I would like to understand what. I mean, clearly they're protecting something, but I would like to get them to open up or understand what would me how would I get them to open up? How could I seduce one of them? Maybe. I mean, are they attractive or something?
They're a little bit far away to really tell.
Yeah.
They have sort of black and red robes with hoods. Um,
Okay. Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting choice.
Um, Interesting. Yeah. So, I mean, this is a criminal gang
Yeah.
in the middle of
Well,
a drug forest. So
okay.
probably their their business has something to do with drugs.
Mhm.
And they seem, I
I mean,
think,
they haven't shot me yet, right? They're talking, so that's good.
yeah, I think you would notice you would notice this. They haven't shot you yet, which
Mhm.
if they were going to, they would have.
Mhm.
And they're probably good shots.
Mhm.
From the interchange that you're having, the exchange you're having, they seem both like overly wary or cautious, but also curious, as if they're kind of feeling you out about something.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Oh, I know what I'm gonna ask them though.
yeah,
Um, Aside from the mushrooms, have you ever heard of an Elfir necromancer somewhere around these parts? And can you tell me anything you know about that one? Because I'm looking for them. I want to fight them. Not right now, but
this,
eventually, you know?
um, wow, fantastic. I'm just gonna roll a quick little fate die here for a second. Okay, great. As before you say the word necromancer, as soon as you say Elfir, um, like even at a distance, you can tell that they go cold.
Oh, you don't like Elfir.
Um, and they yell, "You know any Elfir?"
One of them killed me, I think, so kinda.
Which one of you had worked for or had the connections? Remind me of the connections to Gwen's character again. Sorry.
Was there when her family was kind of thrown out of the city.
That's right. Oh, okay, and the other one was yeah. So you're not from down here.
No?
And you hear the action of a rifle clearly clicking across the distance. Um,
Your
and
twitches.
I think they just say, "Who sent you?"
Oh, who sent me? That is a very long story. I got thrown out of, now I got run out of Spire. I'm a fugitive. I can show you my wanted poster. You want to see my wanted poster?
I love this. Um, I think this is also going to be a role for you. I
Hmm.
want to see how
Yeah.
it works out. It's going to be Wild Domain. Uh,
Mm,
what
okay.
skill is it going to be? I think it's going to be Compel.
Yeah, I thought so. I don't have that. I don't have wild, but I have ability.
Hmm.
One absorb memories. Once per session, when I'm in a location with a domain you do not possess, advance this, activate this power, and I have it. So I will activate the power of the wild, so that I have that, and I don't have compel, which is pity, but
That's the Echo's ability.
that's the echoes ability, the minor one that I took for my advance last time.
Ooh, interesting.
I can only use it once per session, but I think this is a good investment in wild since I assume we are going to be here for a bit longer.
Great. Go ahead and make your discern plus wild roll then.
You said compel though.
Oh yeah, I mean so if you want to use the Echoes ability, that one will. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you using the main Echoes ability or the
Yeah, I'm using the minor one, absorb memories, not the echoes ability
my
itself.
mistake. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and do the compel and
Yeah,
wild.
okay. There's a button and I'm clicking it and I've rolled a 9.
Fine. Fantastic. I'm curious. We didn't have to roll for those recreations. But what kinds of things do you see that give you the stuff that you need to convince him to let you in close enough so you can show off what an outlaw you are?
I think it's mostly the smells of the place that kind of wind their way into my brain cells and my nose and just or remind me of what this place is, what makes this place tick, even though I've never been here before. I still know it because of this, the smell, the way the earth or whatever that is beneath my feet feels, the way it moves when I move. So yeah,
Amazing. And you hit your beat, right?
I did hit my beat. Yes, I
And
think so.
when you hit your beat, it's up to you. You get to decide
Mhm.
if you hit your beat or not. When you hit your beat, you can immediately take the ability associated with it. That's a minor beat. You can immediately take a minor ability
I know. Okay, yeah, I will do that, but not right now.
at your leisure.
Yes.
Great. So they confer amongst themselves, and they're like, "Outlaws, huh? Come close."
Well, what can I say?
Yeah, you sound like our type, and maybe we can make good use of you.
Nice.
Don't try anything funny, or you'll get one through the eye. Uh,
Okay, I think that happened before, but that's cool.
Dolan, are you going up with, or are you laying low?
Sure, yeah. I'm also kind of an outlaw.
Yeah, sure, sure.
They didn't say I couldn't come.
No, no, they said, yeah, they indicated like your group, which is right now the two of you, which means that Red Eye, you are up against the walls of the cathedral. Your choice now is to go in with the rest of the group or continue to poke around by yourself.
Poke around by myself.
Poke around by yourself. Great. What illicit point of entry do you find in this ruined cathedral?
Um, oh, I went there to be um like a small statue, like a gargoyle or something that Red Eye like leans against. I think it's like, yeah, very like a little campy, like gets like bookshelved around, but
Can I modify that a little bit?
yeah, yeah.
I think just because of the state of the place, I think it's maybe more appropriate if it just collapses in.
Yeah, yeah, it collapses. Yeah. Maybe it's not working that well. Excellent. Yeah, thanks for the modification.
Yeah, no worries. And I think that allows you to gain entry to the inners of the cathedral, and after in a short moment of time, get your bearings, and like almost immediately, turn, and there's a room, like a nice sitting room, kind of not super fancy, just like table, chairs, bread, cheese, and wine, and two Elthier sitting kind of relaxing, enjoying themselves. Um, one of them looks at you curiously. What does the other one do? Gwen's character's name. And you're muted.
Yes, I think she looks up and says, "Ew, did you invite them?"
And your name is Ruby in Sunlight. Great.
Ruby in Sunlight. Short
Oh,
Ruby.
nice.
Yeah.
Love it. And you would know then. Let me look at you. Ruby in Sunlight. Great. Oh, you set yourself up real nice. I love it. You would know that the other Elfier's name is Dream Tainted Blood,
Hmm.
and I think they came down with you, and they have enlisted your aid to do a job for the
Mhm.
Red Cap Druids.
Yeah, I mean, I came down the Red Cap Druids I'd heard about, because my servants used to fetch items for my father from them, and this other friend of mine, Tainted, is from a lesser family, but
Yeah,
I think I'd do him a favor.
I think so. Great. Role play.
So she says, "What?" She looks at the Knoll junk mage, right? Is who entered, right?
Yeah,
Red Eye,
yeah. I think
and
I like
says,
stumble in or collapse in through the wall, I think.
like, I don't. What are you? What's going on here? Is this? Do you think that works?
Um, well,
Hmm.
hello. I was sent to tell you all that we have to evacuate.
What? But why?
Because uh,
And Dream Tainted Blood has a short blade that he's like partially drawn. They partially drawn, and they give you a sharp look. Like, do you know this thing?
If I just, do you know how far I walked this afternoon? I don't want to go anywhere else right now.
We're not going anywhere until Rose says.
Yeah. Like, why would I evacuate? What does that even mean? To where? Do they have better food there? What's your name anyway?
oh, my name.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Hi, I'm Red Eye.
Red
Pleasure.
Eye. Okay. I'm sure it's your pleasure to meet me. I'm sure it is. My name, you can call me Ruby.
Ruby.
Yeah. This is, did you say, uh, Mark, did you say Tainted? What was their full name? Like, what would they go by?
Full name is written down
Dream.
right here. It is Dream Tainted Blood.
So they would go by Dream, maybe,
Um,
or
I
Blood, or Tainted. I mean,
think they might
no.
by Tainted.
Okay, I think Tainted. That's fine. I
Yeah,
think that's what Ruby would call them.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know them kind of like you haven't known them for long, I don't think.
Hmm.
And like you almost feel like that name is an like more of an affectation than than a regular elf's name would be. Like it's kind of
Mm,
like the like the emo kid who's trying too hard to be edgy, like pick a name for themselves. Uh,
Tainted. Yeah.
No.
yeah, like that's not definitely not the name their parents gave them. That's not a
Oh.
family name.
Yeah. So yeah, I should go. So this is Tainted. They're, accompanying me, I guess. Who sent you? What was the name of the head boss Rose, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Did Rose send you?
Sorry, out of character. Mark, can you remind me what we're looking for mushrooms here? What have I?
Yeah.
I know that Red Eye is confused, but I also think as a character I might be,
Yeah,
or as a
there was
player,
a doctor in Grip Station who hired you to get some
get some.
medicinal mushrooms.
We're trying to get these mushrooms. Okay.
Drugs. Yeah, he's trying to get you to run drugs for him there.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I got that then. Well, I mean, if you can't evacuate, well, we do need to get the mushrooms to safety.
Ah, so that's what you're here for. I figured.
Yeah,
Look, if you want to
I
buy
could keep them safe.
if you want to buy some, you have to go through our normal channels. I'm not the one of the I don't deal with, like small purchases. So, if I work at a more distributor level. So if you're
Oh,
interested in retail, I'm sure someone else can
I
help.
think it's just for one guy, so yeah.
Great. Let's jump back to Zenthar. I love this. It's so good. Zenthar and Dolman, you're met at the gate, and when I say gate, I mean the place where a gate used to be in this rotten cathedral. You're met by 3 or 4 druids of various shapes and sizes, all on these hoods. Uh, they're not like super intentionally hiding their identities in shadows. Like feels like this is just like their the drip. And one of them steps forward and offers a like a broy handshake to Zenthar, and says, "My name is Thorn, of course. I'm Thorn. I'm a lieutenant here. Um, Pleased to meet an acquaintance with similarly checkered past."
Um, yeah, nice to meet you. This is my good friend Dolvin, who is also an outlaw, of the highest order, I think.
Yeah, that's right. I'm also an outlaw.
And Dolman's human, right?
Yep.
All these druids are human. Are human.
Okay.
All the druids that you've met so far are human, but they seem to have an affection for Drow that you, as far as you can see, and the a couple of the other ones kind of casually like walk around that like flanky-ish position, and Thorn just kind of like rests. He's got this like really long, thin rifle that looks like the metal of the round thin part, whatever it's called, barrel, is kind of like you've seen those pictures where like trees will like grow like around a fence, kind of, or like a it looks like wood has kind of grown around it to form the stock of the gun. And he kind of like leans on that. Takes a what you assume is a pipe. It's just kind of like a little slug of wood with it looks like a bowl, and takes some powder stuff, drips it in there, lights it, and inhales deeply, exhales. This kind of like glittery purple smoke comes out.
Oh.
Smells like incense. Smells like incense. And he kind of stares off into the distance for a while, and just I think he looks at Dolwyn and says, "There was 3 of you."
Well, I'm actually made of thousands of bees, so it depends how you're counting.
I love that. You don't have to roll for that. And he's like, he tosses you the pipe, and says, "I like you. You got an attitude. Do you? You're made of bees. Do you smoke?"
Um, I mean, it depends what's on offer. I'm willing to try anything once. What's in here?
Yeah, these are special blend, not for sale.
Yeah. I mean, uh, yeah. I sniff it. Is this like a tobacco pipe?
It's like so. It's like a roundish piece of wood with a bowl dug out, and
Hmm.
it's a like super basic handmade pipe.
Yeah. So what are you all doing here? This seems like quite an operation.
You don't know us?
I don't know. We this guy Furumi has told us to go get some mushrooms from you all. You know him?
Do they know him? That's a great question. Um, um, and his smile goes very wide and says, "Yes, we know Fermius. He was cut off.
Oh, it's actually a different guy
The
who sent
doctor.
us.
You can see the air quotes.
I mean, he was trying to get us to do it, and we said no because we knew he was cut off. So it was a different guy
Yeah,
that we were getting it for.
yeah. Your friend cut our shit with I don't know what, and dead clients don't buy.
Well, I mean, they might. Xanthar here is in the market.
Fair enough, yes.
Valid point.
True.
Valid point.
I mean, if I could maybe try this stuff, I don't know if it does anything for me.
100% can. Um, this is Dolan. Oh yes. Do you want to take a puff there?
Sure, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. Cool. This is going to be wild, and I think it's going to be endure.
All right. How did these wait, how does this work again? Where
Um,
in the sheet is this?
yeah. So on the upper right hand side there, I think you have Delve and Technology selected right now.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Select endure.
Endure and wild. Okay.
And then roll.
All right.
A one. Fantastic.
I'm tripping balls.
Well, great. You're going to take some fallout.
Nice.
Let me tell you how much. I'm going to roll. Oh, Jesus Christ. Cool. I mean, you're going to take stress. So I rolled a d6. I rolled a 6. When you roll a 1, that's a critical failure, and you take double stress. So you're taking 12 mind stress.
Oh boy.
Um,
It doesn't go above 10.
Great, fantastic. So mark that 10. Click out of the box because sometimes it's weird about it, and roll that fallout test.
Okay, fallout test.
Great. That is a 7 under. So when you roll stress,
Right.
under the entire combined stress. So 7 under 11, that will get you some fallout. What kind of fallout, you ask? Great question. Well, you get minor fallout if you roll 1 to 6. You get major fallout if you roll 7 or more. Great thing is when you get major fallout, all of your stress is cleared from everything. So on the plus side, on the bad side, we're gonna find some major mind stress for you. Hmm.
Just wait, so stress is it correct that it maxes out at 10, or is that just a glitch in the character sheet?
I think it might max out at 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any special mind stress stuff from the hive?
Yeah, so I actually cannot remove stress from mind other than through this hive ability.
Great. I think failing fallout will always clear stress no matter what.
Okay.
That applies there. So that's not going to screw you there. So you
right.
can clear out all of your stress. You're good for now. But you are going to take some mind fallout. Let me see if I can find something fun for. Oh, that's different. Yeah. Minor fallout, major fallout. Well, that makes sense. Your major fallout is you realize that you have become reliant on these drugs to keep yourself stable. Um, when you're high on these mushrooms, you take mind stress normally, but all tasks that require extended concentration or fine manipulation become risky, which means that you drop your highest. When you're not intoxicated and you suffer stress of mind, roll twice and take the higher one.
Cool.
They have got you hooked on their supply. And this is ongoing stress, which is a little bit harder to clear. How do we clear stress? When you get to a haven, which is a landmark that is safe, they have different places that will help heal different things. So you're going to need to find a place that can clear mind fallout for you. This was major mind fallout, unfortunately, and did not hit your beat. I did my best for you, man.
I was supposed to be the joke mage.
You're the magic poet. You're great.
Oh yeah, amazing.
So while Dolwyn, tell me how the hive responds to this.
I, what is it? I think the trying to decide if this is a kind of depressant or like a stimulant.
Is they hallucinogenic?
Yeah, it was hallucinogenic. I think uh, the bees are kind of zipping around in there like a kind of an angry wasp in a jar, and uh, I think occasionally you see one kind of crawl out of an orifice, like out of his mouth or out of his eyes, and just kind of flop over onto the ground.
I love it. So while Dolwyn is enjoying the fruits of his labor here, Thorn sidles up to Zenthar, puts their arm around your shoulder, and says, "All right, man,
Huh?
buddy, I've got something for you.
Oh, I love it.
We've got it.
Unless it's a knife in the chest. I don't love that.
I mean, it might be just not yours.
Okay.
We got a cop downstairs we need you to take care of."
Oh,
And we'll cut
okay.
back to cut back to Red Eye and the cool name that you had, which is Ruby and Sunlight. Cool. So we left you there. Do you have more stuff that you want to do with yourselves? If not, I can.
I mean, I think Ruby is kind of like fine. I mean, he better be buying in like bulk. Okay, what do you? How? What do you? What am I? What do you need? Right?
Cool. I think that's when another lieutenant who also has a cool name. What would it be? Their name is Pitch. Their name is Pitch. She walks in. She's by herself. She's got the same robes. Doesn't have a rifle. If she's carrying, it's not apparent. And she says, "Ruby, disease, whatever your name is, blood elf, tainted, Ruby tainted. Rose is ready for you.
Mm.
Go. Who's your
We-
friend?"
Don't use that word. This person I think is interested in buying. We
Fine.
have to go talk to someone important. Yeah.
Are they cool? Like, are they?
I don't know them. So far, I mean,
She's much smaller than red eye. But she
Yeah,
walks
he's like
right up to your snout and just
towering over.
like eye to eye, and she's like, "Are you cool?"
Absolutely.
All right, you're a hard worker.
Always have been.
Handle yourself.
Yep.
And she kind of her eyes flick to the other elf for a moment and says, "Come on along." Um, and I think this is a good place to take our a break. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Great. Let's come back in 7 minutes. We'll come back quarter after.
All right.
Good.
Thanks.
So I was looking at the rules, and I think that the hive ability does prevent me from clearing mind stress for taking Fallout.
Oh, really?
I do clear the. I think so. I mean, it doesn't explicitly say that, but it says never, and there's no. Uh, uh, it says you can never benefit from mind protection or remove stress from mind aside from using this ability.
Yeah,
So
and so I played an APRS last time, and I think the way we interpreted it was that you cannot like use healing or abilities to remove stuff. Like if it's removed through mechanical stuff,
yeah,
not
I mean, it
involved.
does say you clear all mind stress at the start of each situation. So I don't know what denotes a situation.
Basically, like a scene-ish.
Scene, yeah. So at the start of the next scene, all of the stress will be gone anyway. So
Which one would be more fun for you?
I think interpret it as kind of literally written and just keep the stress until the next scene.
Awesome, cool. I think then it will clear now. Cool. We're going to jump to the I think like the war room is a grand term for where you are. This is again, it's a ruined cathedral. I think this is kind of, I think a wall has been erected kind of in front of where like an altar pulpit area would have been. And it looks like it has been like erected and fallen, and this is an older place. But that makes this room kind of oddly shaped, but it was chosen because it has a cool stone table and awesome, some broken, but some still intact stained glass above it that colors this room really nicely. And where a throne might be, if this was a throne room, there's a kind of like it looks like an overgrown pile of moss, which there is definitely moss in there, but it's kind of like this, like a reclining but commanding seat that this human and they're not wearing their hood up. They're still in the robes. It's kind of like fallen open some, and you can see that they're wearing some sort of gear underneath. Um, and they are not presiding over. A dozen or so other druids there. There's a light feast, I guess, on this stone altar table thing. Mostly fruits and mushrooms, but definitely a few courses of whatever game might be found here, which, if you want to eat that, that's fine. They're probably used to whatever grows wild in the heart, but I can't say that's going to be great for everyone. And drink for everyone, of course. And the four of you, individually or together, are admitted entrance here. It's not like a scene of revelry or anything. Like these are people who know each other. They work together. You can tell they're kind of, from their conversation and the way they treat each other, they're mostly peers. And they're just kind of like talking business, giving each other shit. And once kind of it seems like everyone's there, including you, the five of you, sorry. Rose, who is the human in the chair in the lounge, kind of sits up straighter, like pulls like a medallion out of their robe to kind of be like, okay, I'm acting in official capacity now. It kind of gives the three new ones more of a look over, but kind of cast a gaze over the five you assembled there. It says, so, big day. Ruby, I don't think I know our new guests here. Would you mind introducing them to the rest of the group if you
Oh, that's fine. I can be social coordinator here. So this one
wonderful
with
job.
the
I'm just so delightful to see you work. I'm sorry, please go ahead.
very well, thank you. First, let's do things in the proper order. Those who would need to be introduced first, of course. And I turn to the four that have arrived, or the three, I suppose, are new arrivals. I say, this is our esteemed leader, Rose. This is the collective here, and this one with let's say avant-garde fashion choices. Here is Red Eye. And I don't know those two. Oh no, I do actually, because we have the connections, right? So I'll say, and that one is Dolwen, actually. I've run into, because I have this, I admire their desire to their like drive to improve themselves and gain immortality. So they are, we've met before, and they're an interesting one after pursuing some well, enough about them. That's Dolwen. They're good people. And this one looks familiar. I believe their name is Zenthar, is that right? Didn't you were would you say, Zenthar, that Ruby would have known that you had been present at my embarrassment, or would you prefer that Zenthar
I,
was like in the
I, I,
background?
I, I don't know. I mean, you could. Centaur was clearly there. I don't know if Ruby would have noticed them because they're just a drow, right? They might seem familiar, but probably
Mm,
not by name or anything, unless
right.
we had some. I was doing some go-between stuff for my mistress,
Does your
between
mistress have
her
a
and
name?
she did. Yes, I have never figured it out. Let's call her. Um, Let me think for a moment. Oh yeah, let's call her Dreaming Rose Chant.
Okay. And I'll say, and that one, I'm not familiar with the servants' names normally, but they were in the employ of the Lady Rose, Dreaming Rose Chant up in the Spire. Uh, so that, the Lady Rose is of the utmost of quality. So I would assume that her help is of quality as well.
Good help.
Uh,
Hard to find, I suppose. So thank you for joining us. Um, would you,
okay, no, I'm not their servant of Dreaming
Oh,
Rose Chant. I mean, I was, but I'm not anymore.
thrown off the shackles?
mm,
Yeah, right.
Good for you.
mm.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard. Um,
Oh, my apologies. Didn't know about your change in employment
Aren't you that
status.
princess who got thrown out?
Well,
Yeah, yeah, I remember that thing.
we don't talk about that generally. But yes,
Well, I talk
hmm,
about it all the time. It was a lot of fun.
I'm sure that's really great for you.
we don't like to
I, on the other hand,
people's dalliances with whatever strikes their fancy. So, I'm, of course, I'm extremely sorry about what happened to your family. And we
hmm.
don't bring it up until later when everyone's in a bit more of a festive mood. Um, Red Eye, you you work for someone else. What brings you here?
Well, I mean, I did work. Yeah, I mean, I've been known to work for um who do I work for in the Pibble Confederacy? I mean, I've been known to run the job or two for Rake, the Rake, sorry. But so I I can do some jobs on my own sometimes and pick up a job here or there.
People who do
Just
jobs on their own, uh, being part of a family is so important, don't you think? And looks over at Dolwyn, like being part of something bigger.
oh,
We're all part of eh, the the cosmos and connected to it in a way.
Exactly. And when someone goes off on their own and does something against the interests of the cosmos has a way of correcting itself. Don't you agree?
oh, e- I mean, I just don't like to be in debt to the rake, you know? I
Of
wouldn't want to,
course.
I wouldn't want that hanging over my head.
Of course. I mean, we're no what are they called? The other guys, the guys that are goddess of debt guys. We're not those guys, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah, right, right.
Right.
It's
But
just
debts must be paid. Don't you agree?
I agree, and they are going to get paid,
So important. So important.
I yeah, yeah, he
You're so right. You're so right. Pitch. And he makes a motion to pitch. And she nods and like kind of gives the head to a couple of the other druids. And there's some hubbub in the the little chamber that's next to the altar area. Um, and they drag out. She walks out, comes out first, and the other two drag out someone with a hood over their head. They've each got one arm, and they kind of dump them in front of in front of Rose. Red Eye, would you like to do the honors? The hood,
oh,
kind of dramatically take it off in front of everybody so we can see who it is.
yeah,
Get the top a yank and it'll come right off. The hood,
what? Okay, okay, okay. Sure. I've done it before. This is just nothing to it.
easiest thing in the world. And,
This,
and it is Sockeye Joe.
oh, buddy.
Turns out your pebble your pebble buddies decided it would be a good idea to steal from the Red Grove Druids. And
Oh, yeah, yeah, but buddy's a strong word.
well, I understand. See, and this one here decided to double cross the double crossers, I suppose, and run off with some of our product for himself. So you two don't know each other well, do you? I hope you're not close friends.
I mean, I think Red Eye kind of straightens a little bit and is like, yeah, I mean, you know, when you got there's a face that looks familiar, but I just don't think I've ever known this guy.
Really?
I mean, like he's got a face that like kind of looks like someone, but like I don't know. I don't think I've ever met this guy.
That's funny because when people are under duress, when they're in great physical pain and anguish, they tend to talk an awful lot.
Oh,
He was saying all sorts of things. He was giving names and addresses and phone numbers and coordinates.
that can't be.
Deepest.
That's got to be really bad for the people that
Your
he
name came up
is
more
connected
than
to.
once. Your name came up
Whoa.
once. I've got to say, I respect the way that you've handled yourself.
Okay, okay. Oh, good. That's yeah. I mean, it takes a lot to, stick to your values and so amidst the chaos, find some order, right?
So, when you left, did you arm yourself with anything interesting? Do you have any cool signature weapons or moves that you know how to do?
Oh, I mean, I can't talk about that.
Well, maybe you could show us. See, my people had a little talk with your ex people, I suppose, and came to an agreement. Um, Normally, we take care of these things ourselves, but if you would like to do the honors, that would do a great that would go a great way towards ingratiating yourself to the grove.
Oh,
Our guys
okay.
looking at you like, do it, don't do it.
Yeah, okay. And one of my so I'm still trying to understand the beats, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one of your beats is to perform a reprehensible act on behalf of your masters.
Yes.
Um,
So,
and recall that
and my masters really are the Pebble
yeah, on
Confederacy. So
screen
I,
is a line. They're asking for a clean execution.
sorry, could you say what the line was again?
On-screen torture is a line, so
Yeah.
they're asking for a clean execution.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking about maybe going for how many of the druids are here?
A dozen,
A dozen.
and like the top guys are right here.
Okay.
There's probably more around. What do the rest of you think of this whole scene? Like, how are you responding to Rose kind of holding forth this way?
I mean, I didn't like Sakurai Joe anyway, so it's fine, I guess. I'm a little surprised that to see Red Eye because they were sneaking, but clearly not good enough. I'm also a little surprised to see Ruby, what's her name again? Ruby and Sunshine, or any elf here really, but maybe she knows something about the necromancer, so I'm thinking about how to maybe try to be nicer. Yeah.
Yeah, there's clearly some sort of politics or something going on, and I'm just Dolwyn's just not gonna get involved in the middle of that.
Yeah, Ruby, she came down and associated with this group because it was the only group she had knew about when she was up in this fire. But she's quickly realizing this isn't actually, you know, she's definitely morally flexible, but like murdering some stranger isn't like her jam. So she's probably a little uncomfortable here. She's like, Ugh. I thought this was not going to be like that. I thought this was going to be more like, let's, delve down into the deep darks and maybe it'll be scary and dangerous, but
Yeah,
we'll make a name for ourselves and build some wealth and I can return, not I'm going to turn into a murdering drug dealer. That's kind of like, that's what destroyed my family after all.
exactly. Yeah,
Not a
it's
big fan.
cooler than the reality. So Red Eye, do you hesitate?
Uh, yeah, absolutely.
So,
I'm trying to figure out a way to like help him or protect him, but I'm
I'm going to give you something to choose
struggling.
from.
Yeah.
When Rose sees you hesitate, they smile, and again, kind of raise their eyebrow to Pitch. Um, Pitch so Pitch pulls her hood back, um, and she has like this black, looks like a thorn, and she's just kind of picking her teeth with it. And she blinks, and her eyes are like, you see that her eyes are like slit, kind of like a snake. She blinks again, and they go back to normal. And she nods, um, and her skin, like starting from her like eyes and mouth, her skin like goes pale and shot with these sort of like green veins. Um, and you can see her arms and legs kind of like the uh, forearms elongate. And her whole face kind of stretches into this one like round mouth with, you can see just rows of needle-like teeth in it. And her head expands, and she just rears back and bites his head right off. And she's probably expanded to like 9 feet tall. You can, like, she's grown out of her robe. She's like this long, pale, thin lanky, clammy thing with just a giant mouth head. And she's just chomping him. How do you react?
I am visibly disgusted, I think, by this thing. But like, okay. I thought druids were more into love Mother Nature and stuff like that.
They do.
Yeah, Ruby, I'm imagining Ruby standing kind of off to the side, and she like visibly like backs up. She's like, what? And she turns and looks at Tainted, like, what'd you, and then whispers,
Tainted is just white. Like Tainted.
what the hell? These are your friends? Your friends are not cool.
Red Eye is like torn.
Not as torn as
Because
Sakai is.
I mean, not literally as torn, but like, is that like Red Eye did not like Sockeye, but Red Eye knows that Red Eye will get in trouble because they were here while this happened. So torn, but it's like, oh, ooh, more for themselves than actually for Sockeye. More of like, oh, I'm so fucked.
Nolan.
I think Dolwyn is wondering what he got himself involved in here. They were supposed to get some mushrooms.
Fair. So Thorn finishes the job. The other druids are, kind of watching with amused delight while this is happening. One or two of them you see licking their lips. And after what seems like a really long time, but it's probably only a couple minutes, Thorn finishes off whatever's there, and shifts back to her normal, or her human shape. And one of the interesting things you notice when she shifts back is that there's no blood, not on her, not on the floor, not where it might have spattered. Almost as like when she shifted, she like absorbed that with her. And she goes back down and sits down and takes a napkin and grabs a goblet.
Ruby just can't just exclaims like, "Did you eat the clothes?"
And Thorn just has the thorn, picking her teeth with it, and smiles.
And his dirty underwear, his boots, ew.
Best part.
Okay, now that we're all good and disgusted, I think we're still here to acquire some of your produce, and
So I'd be happy to oblige you, but first I need your help with a little job of my own. Still involves drugs, if that's what you're interested in. Don't worry.
Yep.
Great. We just have a shipment that needs a little bit of. It's an extra special shipment. Just needs a little bit of extra muscle to make sure everything goes straight. I'm sending a couple of my guys along. I've got my elf friends here to help me out, and I was hoping that the three of you would pitch in. And you know what? If this all gets taken care of, it sounds like we are in good, and business is open. You can tell your friend back in Grip that what's done is done. Forgiven. The ledgers are cleared. Do we have a deal?
what's the catch?
No catch. I mean, it's a delve. You're going to another place, so there is danger involved. But the catch.
So tell us about that danger. Sounds.
We don't have to eat anyone, right? That's
No,
like
that's-
just you.
That's our job.
Okay, okay. Well, I think that's
Can
that's
I
fine.
remind everyone that we have a line on cannibalism, so let's not focus on eating people,
Oh yeah,
please.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I totally spaced because that was the druids. Do you want to roll any of that back?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just like maybe not dwell on it. That's
Great, great.
what
I
I'm saying.
I totally fucked that up. Sorry. Um, cool. Druids. Cool. So he says, fantastic. Um, we'll be leaving in the morning.
No, 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 no. Wait a minute. We weren't quite that far. You were telling us about the dangers before we agreed to your little deal.
I
Okay?
mean, this is the heart. So, I mean, stepping outside is dangerous.
Yeah, but can you be a little more, I don't know, vague about the whole thing? I mean, you know where we're supposed to go, right?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes.
And maybe, I don't know, tell us? That
Oh,
would give us a little bit of trust in you because right now I don't see a lot that I want to trust.
well,
Okay? To be candid.
number one, you can trust that I will follow through on any promises that I make. Number two, I like your eye for logistics. Very impressive, very admirable. You'll be taking a shipment of our primo shit to, drum roll please, our good friend Madb, waiting for us over at the God of Corpses. So, no big deal. Just a high value shipment going with some trusted friends to make sure that everything arrives safely. Payment is delivered, and I can clarify all that when the time comes. And you return with my payment, and your friend will be rolling in it.
Anytime somebody says it's gonna be an easy job, it's never an easy job. There's always a thing that goes really sideways. I like that.
You oh wow, I like that you like it. So great. So any further questions from the crowd here?
Seems so straightforward to me. Yep. Seems like a fair trade.
Yeah.
Gotta start somewhere.
Great, great. Well, make yourselves at home. Um, uh, accommodations have been arranged for the evening. We'll set up. Well, you know how how it works here. So have yourself a good rest and bright and early. We'll be on our way. You'll be on your way. I'll be here, taking care of important things. So you've got the evening to kind of do whatever you like. What do you like?
I do think that at one point, after people start to disperse, um, that Ruby would kind of sidestep over to Dolwyn and say, "Do you trust these two?" Pointing at Zenthar and Red Eye.
Um, I mean, I trust them insofar as they haven't. I mean, they seem pretty straightforward people. They have kind of uh, clear agendas. I don't.
Mm,
Uh, they haven't haven't backstabbed me yet. So
okay.
safety numbers.
Fair. And do you think that they don't have any particular issues that would prevent them
Oh, they
from
have so
doing
many
this
issues.
job? Hmm. That would prevent them from doing this job. I
Oh,
mean, I can tell they have issues. I mean, look at those shoes with that shirt. Come on.
yeah.
But setting that aside,
I mean, it sounds like an easy job, right? We're just gonna take the mushroom. A lot of mushroom escorting uh, in the heart these days. So,
okay.
we got to take the mushrooms over there to get the mushrooms to bring back to where we came from. I mean, that's all, mushroom currying. That's, you know, uh, It's
So will this be
it's.
bringing one kind of mushroom to one place and another kind of mushroom to the other place? Or will
I
we be
mean,
bringing
you know,
payment?
there are several kinds of mushrooms involved here.
You seem
I have.
really interested in these mushrooms. Is that you seem to know a lot about them?
Well, I think there's a lot to be learned about mushrooms. It's they're they're fascinating plants, or they're not quite plants. They feed
I see
on.
they're fungi, but yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, they live down here. They pop up in the most unexpected places.
Hmm.
Have lots of interesting properties. They can be discovered by eating them, or by, I think, mainly by eating them. I don't know how else. There's like not any other test to
Hmm.
determine what the mushroom does. So that's kind of what
Okay,
I,
well,
I have all these supplements that I take. Many of them are mushrooms.
okay. I myself have only ever eaten mushrooms prepared by the chef that go in the salad.
Hmm.
Um, Perhaps a bisque,
Hmm.
but I wouldn't eat them just off the ground.
Um,
So I'll leave that to you.
yeah, well, I mean,
Um,
that's where where do you think the chef gets them? You know,
yeah, but the chef knows how to, clean them. That's where like animals poop.
well, you gotta go straight to the source, right? You can't
The
trust a
animal
chef to
poop?
be. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
uh, where do you think
Those I
these
have
mushroom?
seen. Yeah, the
Where do you think the
mushrooms do
mushrooms are
grow on
growing?
animal poop. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. I see. All right. Well, I do know they're popular merchandise down here for some reason. My father had a collection of them. I think it was related to his downfall. So, and I
Oh.
mean, never mind. We don't talk about
Oh.
that.
Was your father was a mushroom connoisseur?
Um, yeah, I suppose you could say that. Yes,
I'd love to.
he
I'd love
was.
to meet him.
Oh, well, we don't talk to him anymore.
Oh,
He
that's a
no
shame.
longer, as far as I'm concerned, he no longer exists. He ruined
That
my
sounds.
family name. Why would I want to talk to him?
Well, I mean,
It's
if
for his
maybe if
fault
you had
I'm
talked
down
to him, you
here.
would know more about where to find mushrooms.
I That seems to be your interest, not mine.
Can I ask a question about Ruby?
Hmm.
One of the beats you've chosen is teach someone the value of your order's philosophies, and that like your family philosophies.
Yeah, good point. This might be a good chance.
What are your family philosophies?
Oh, I think that her family's philosophies are, gosh, so how far do I want to lean into this? Um, I think that they're like aesthetes, right? So like Ruby thinks she's like, look, mushrooms are ugly. If you want to see something beautiful, the way that light uh forms a prism through a gem on and or the way that the moon can illuminate the sun or the water at night. You need to appreciate the things that are beautiful in the world. The sound of melodies tinkling in the distance, the feel of the breeze on your face. These are the things that are worth pursuing, not things that grow on animal poop. Those are the finer things, right? All of my sisters are named after precious gems. I'm Ruby, there's Diamond, there's Emerald, and then there's, Citrine. We don't really talk about her. But yes, and Stephen. Yes, he's my favorite gem. Um, and so anyway, yeah, it's like we're named and everyone in our family is named after something beautiful. Think about it.
Yeah,
I've
that's
been told that when people eat the mushrooms, they see beautiful things. So perhaps that's a good reason to use them. Do you see
that's
beautiful things when you eat them?
that's you know it's hard to describe. It's I think beauty is in the eye of the beholder is what I think. And
Is it
I
in the
think you
eye of the
can.
beholder?
Oh wow, that's a good one.
Mm,
Um,
You're the beholder after all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, okay, well, I mean, yes, we could. I did, yeah, I did major in aesthetics at the Collegium in this fire. So yeah, I'm aware of the argument. But if you ask me, there's a definitive answer. That's why we trust experts, critics, fashion advisors. These people know the difference between beauty and ugliness, right? That's why people pay more to go to good restaurants because everyone says that it's just a matter, there's no disputing taste. But yet everybody knows gutter food does not taste as good as the haute cuisine. There
I
really
mean,
is a
that's
standard.
an interesting perspective. I mean, I think
Hmm.
you can't trust the experts always, though, right? Like, I
Hmm.
think some of the experts might not be honest about the medicinal value of dream mushrooms.
All right, you can't trust the experts. You should eat the things that the common folk eat. That sounds like something common folk would say. People that can't afford the good stuff. We we call yeah, yeah. That's called sour grapes, hon.
I mean, some of these mushrooms are pretty expensive, so
Well, that is true.
That's a great place to cut that. I think fantastic. And again, the way the beats work, if you feel like you hit your beat, you hit your beat. When you hit it, you can immediately take a skill, a minor skill if you did a minor, or a major if you did a major. And it will take new ones at the end. So you can hit
Okay.
2 beats per. Zenthar, where does Rose find you?
I think I was trying to get Red Eye separate from the other
Mhm.
people here and talk to them
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
and figure out what happened
yeah.
when they were off sneaking and they were supposed to sneak and steal while this was supposed to be an easy job and now we have another easy job and I have the feeling that this won't be as uneasy
Just
as the
one
last one.
job.
So
It's just one.
Yeah, go ahead and I'll bring Rose in when it's appropriate.
yeah. So what happened there?
I mean, I like fell through the wall, and then there were these two elfier, and you know how they are. They're
You.
so snooty,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
and they make my brain confused.
No, they don't
Because
make my brain. They make my
just
brain ache.
you have like a thought, and then it comes out, and then they make it all. It messes it up, and you
It's
get
like
confused.
it's like you're eating too much sugar and your teeth hurt. That's what an
Exactly.
Elfir is.
Yeah, that's what it's like. Anyway, and then I got brought into this room, and then we saw you. So I guess I didn't see any mushrooms on the way, but I think that Elfier does sell them. And I guess
Okay.
we'll be carrying some. I don't know,
Yeah,
for just one more job.
I mean that Elfir princess, her dad was super into these mushrooms, right?
Yeah.
But just one thing, Dolwyn smoked some of these mushrooms, and his bees have been buzzing really weirdly.
That does
Like,
explain so many things.
yeah, I'm just saying, so you know. I was trying to get to it, but Dolan smoked up the whole pipe, and I didn't get a hit. So I'm free and clear of mushroom goodness for now.
Oh, sorry about that. I know you were
That's
looking forward to it.
nah. Well, yeah, a little, but we can do that after we get paid.
Yeah.
I hate that this person wasn't saying how much, but because it seems that we're getting paid by her for giving somebody else. How's that payment for us?
That is a good point.
Right?
I was just you know, like when she was talking, you just like you feel like convinced. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I trust you.
Yeah, she's good at
Um,
that. I didn't even think about the whole payment thing until I said it right now. Damn it.
yeah, not until you
Should
just
be,
said it did I realize we're doing a job for not gonna get paid for. I
yeah,
guess
no.
we don't get killed.
Oh, yeah, that's well, hello, I am already dead. I don't,
What?
that's not even a thing.
And that's great for you, but that is often how things work down here in the heart. I know
Yeah.
the Spire is not the greatest place, and you talk about all the inequality there, but here in the heart, most of our decisions, what do we base them on what gets you not killed. That's what you
It's
do.
Yeah, but the same goes for many people in Aspire, not all of them, but
Morals are not a thing we can afford down here. We
yeah,
just do the thing that helps you survive.
yeah, the priests sometimes talk about morals up there. And the Elfir talk about morals, but I think they mean something else by that.
I think if you gotta, morals are very expensive things. When you're like the elf here and you've got money, you can have morals.
They don't have morals, that's the thing.
And that's the thing. Look what their money gets them. So,
Yeah. Well, they got some pretty things. That's their morals, pretty things. That's at least that's what the priest told me when they tried to rope me into their rebellion thing.
whoa.
Anyway, now we have this job. That's going to be really fun. Remember the mushroom dog we hunted together? I don't think mushrooms are a thing, Red Eye. I don't think they're good luck for us.
Here you
No.
are. Oh, I've been wandering the halls of this old place for you. Zenthar,
Yep.
Red Eye, right?
Yeah.
Great. Just the person I wanted to talk to. Just the
Oh.
drow I was looking for. And Red Eye, why don't you join in here? You seem like a trustworthy, down to earth sort. I think you can handle yourself pretty well, don't you think? I already
Sure.
gave Zenthar a little teaser of what the job here actually is. So I just wanted to make sure that you two are totally clear on what's going to happen. Ideally, right? Um, your bees are very interesting. I'm not sure exactly how to talk with them. So if you have a way of communicating with the bees, you're welcome to. You seem to know Ruby pretty well, which is a little bit weird, but I'm going to let you use your own judgment on this one because she is, anyway.
Hey, don't knock the ears. Don't knock the ears.
No, no, Drow are my favorite people, hands down in the heart, anywhere really. Uh, so
Rose, what do you want?
look, um, so the elf is a cop, um,
Oh,
right? Came down
wait, the which one? There are two of them, right?
the moody one, the moody one.
The moody one.
Yeah,
The moody one. That's not which one is the moody one? They're all moody.
the
Be more specific.
blood poison, whatever his name is.
Oh,
Oh, the one with the
okay.
hair in his eyes. Yeah.
Exactly. He's infiltrated us, and I think he's supposed to report on us, but my understanding from what the word on the street here is that he's aiming to steal my shit and take it back up to Red Row to either sell or whatever. And if that,
That he's not a cop if he's going to do that.
I mean, you've met cops before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a heart cop, definitely.
that's like
Definitely what
Yeah,
it
well,
would
a hard
do.
cop. Oh no, I meant he's not a Spire cop though.
Oh, he's from the Spire. Yeah,
Oh,
he
the Spire, yeah.
But the Spire cops, the Yalfir Spire cops, they don't.
But a
They
Spire
don't.
cop
They
in the
don't.
heart.
yeah.
They usually don't dirty their hands. He's not a.
Feeling
He's
is
got to
feeling.
be in super disgrace.
Top basics. Just don't get caught. Anyway, I'm really curious in A, murdering him, but B, more importantly, finding out what his actual plan is, and if there's anyone else I should be worried about. If there's some actual police action I need to pay off or take care of, or in some way prepare defenses for. So if you can become best friends with him and just squeeze that information out of him any way you can, and then
And then you're going to pay us things, right?
Well,
Like us,
kill him
not.
first, and then you get paid.
No. You said you wanted to have information, and if we give you information, then you can kill him or do whatever.
I would like you to kill him.
Oh,
You're there.
that's more expensive. You realize that?
Consider it done. Yeah.
No
Oh,
problem.
wait.
No, you
no.
don't. No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Synthar speaks for us.
No, I don't speak for you, but this is not no way to negotiate to say we're going to do that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'll work on the negotiating part.
In front of Mab, that would be just poetic. I think that would be just a tremendous show for him. So yeah, information, a little bit of light murder, some showmanship. Bring back what they give you, and
Yeah, we understand the assignment. We don't understand is what are we getting out of this?
what I mean. Is there something specific you would like?
Let me confer with my friend here.
Of
I
course.
mean, I definitely like magic, so I would
Oh.
definitely do stuff for magic. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a problem, but I do like it.
Mhm.
It's just I can function still. So
Yeah, give us some magic shit. That seems reasonable.
occult items, we just if you've got
Yeah,
any
yeah.
ideas of
Well, yeah.
Some
No,
good ones, not cursed ones.
I
They're
will.
cursed.
I will
Good
send
kind.
along a message with you, personalized, notarized, and stamped. You hand that to Bob, and they will set you up. You will get payment from them, and then I will trust you to bring back what he pays me for my drugs. Does that sound fair?
You have a notary down here?
Thorn is a notary, yeah. They have a stamp and everything.
Okay. Oh God. Okay. I've heard you can always trust a notary. So, I mean, even though she's pretty creepy, but yeah. Okay. You give us this thing. We go to this map person. She gives us the stuff, and we do your light murder thingy.
Great. And if the other elf gives you trouble, I don't know what your relationship is. I'll leave that up to your own best judgment.
Yeah. We'll have good judgment. I've
consider
heard
it
that.
done.
We have superb judgment, even.
Anything I can do to make you feel cozy here before bedtime?
I wanted to try these mushrooms.
Oh, of course. I mean, there's the favor table. Help yourself.
Okay. Nice.
I think Red Eye had already been kind of piling on a little plate while we've been talking. Like food, you never know what you're going to eat next. You got to go ahead and eat while we're here.
Yeah.
So I guess question for both of you individually are you just sampling, or would you like to take a dose that would require a roll?
Yeah, I want to roll.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, great.
Fucking do some drugs.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. I think. Let me take a look at what we have here.
Darwin's just gonna be coming out of it, and we're gonna be laid out.
Nolan, there's Red Eye, and there's Zentar. Yeah. Where am I looking at here? Great. Yeah, let's make this so this is gonna be I think indoor and wild again for both of you. So do either of you have that? Looks like
No.
I think I still have wild
yeah.
because I think that holds for the entire
It was session. Great.
session, right? Yeah. You have that domain until the end of the session. The session is not at end, so
Cool. Let's do it this way then. Let's have Zenthar make the roll. Red Eye will help, and you will both take Fallout if Fallout happens. Sounds good?
cool. Yes,
Just
yes,
drugs
you
together.
should do drugs with friends, right?
Yeah.
That's the way you do it.
So click up your +1.
Yep, I have done that, and now I'm clicking roll, and now we see how that goes. Well, it's okay. It's a 6. We succeed at a cost. We take stress, but we also have a good time.
Worth
at least
it.
Great.
worth it. Yeah.
Cool. So Zenthar will take, and this is going to be, I think this is a different strain. You're going to take Echo Stress.
Oh, okay.
Zenthar's
Nice.
going to take 5,
Okay.
and Rena's going to take 2.
Okay.
So
Um,
that in Echo, click out of the box to lock it in, and then roll a Fallout test.
Okay. Okay. No, fine. I'm fine. We're both fine.
Okay.
Cool.
No, that's not great. It's good to fail the fallout tests while you only get minor fallout.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Because otherwise you get major fallout, and that's
Oh no.
kind of
Cool. Each of you describe the mild and pleasant effects that it has.
Oh, I think I have a conversation with my death
Mm.
because that hangs around me, and I mean, I usually ignore them, but right now I'm so mellow, so I'm kind of talking to them. What's it like beyond the Great Veil? I've been there, but I haven't gotten a good look, and yeah. So I'm basically Censar is talking to the air as if it's a good old friend, and they will introduce you to their death if you are amenable. And death is kind of I don't know him, no, don't know them very well. We need to get a better connection anyway. So.
Yeah, I think similarly, Red Eye has found like a kind of a large boulder and is holding it and just kind of like getting therapy from this rock. It's just like, I don't know why I don't have a good sense of self-worth. Like I know I'm supposed to find that deep within myself, but it just seems like it was never put there in the first place. How could I find it? You're such a good listener. For just like a really long time, just monologuing to this rock. Yeah.
Fantastic. Ruby, do you hang out with blood guy while you're waiting, or are you by yourself?
Well, sometimes he tries to hang out with me.
Yeah. Dream tainted blood.
Mm. But actually, see, secretly, Ruby is like glad he's here because like the only other elf here, and
Yeah.
she knows him from before the fall, so to speak. And but no, of course, on top, right? This is much of all of this is an act, right? So she's like, it's a deep insecurity, right? Because her parents probably had such perfectionistic, exacting standards of beauty and all of this, and no one ever could match. It was all very critical, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's the backstory in my head here, and also the backstory of most shallow mean girls. But whatever.
Are you guys doing drugs, or are you just hanging?
No, I actually don't touch the stuff. Not after what I've seen it do.
Fantastic. I think they're the same. And I think like as like time to turn in rolls around, they kind of get close and they say, "Can I trust you?"
So, of course, I'm inherently trustworthy. Look at me.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, you're really the only one here and I'm like the only one down here who I can trust as far as I can tell. I think this has gotten way more dangerous than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I just thought pitch was unpleasant. I didn't know whatever that was.
You haven't seen that. All of them are like that. That's what the red kept. They're shapeshifters, and that's their default. shape.
They all can turn into giant snake monster things that eat people
Yeah,
or eat
whatever is in front of them.
what chairs, whatever they want.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
I mean they're just not
that's awful.
run of the mill thugs. They got the business that they do because what they are. They look human, but they're not human, as far as I can tell. And even like as bad as humans are, these are worse. Um,
Hmm.
didn't
Well, what do you plan to do about it? I mean, what can we? There's nothing we can do.
we're going to take them down.
How? What can you do? Or you and I together even. I mean, that's significantly better than just you, but not enough.
Um, can I really trust you?
Of course. What do you mean? You know my secrets.
Look, Dream Tainted Blood isn't my real name.
Well, I just assumed it was like a scene name.
See, a what?
Oh, honey. Um, if it's not a scene name, then I guess it's just, I don't know, the
I
name you decided people should call you when you went to high school, that sort of thing. I don't know.
I just thought it would help me sort of blend in with the other dealer.
Hmm, okay. What's your real name?
Ink floods the vein. Family name. My family are
Okay.
both poets. Um,
Yeah,
um,
oh, yeah, I could see that. Sure. I do love, yeah, well, I have a sister who's a poet, so yeah, I can appreciate that.
I mean, it's an aspirational name. My parents, yeah, I never really had a lot of talent myself, so I'm a, I work. I'm from. I mean, we're both from Spire, but
Hmm.
I'm from Spire. I work with the. I'm a cop. I'm a cop Ruby.
What? Wait, but they have cops down here? I kind of thought this whole place was kind of wild and ungoverned.
Rose has been running. I mean, Rose has been running mushrooms to Spire. I don't know how long they live, but for a while, right?
Wait a minute. Oh, you mean you're a fire cop?
Yeah, and I'm here
Oh,
to take down the druids.
oh wow. Okay.
I didn't.
Does that wait?
I
Does
didn't.
that mean like, yeah?
I didn't want to necessarily involve you without making sure that I don't know. It seemed this is I don't know. Everything's gotten out of control.
Hey, you can trust me. You know what happened, what these drugs did, what these mushrooms did to my father. These mushrooms ruined my family, right? Clearly, you can trust me. Um, I think that's kind of uh foolhardy and dangerous to come down here by yourself thinking you're gonna take a scene name and or whatever you're calling yourself these days and overthrow them. What are you gonna do? Report them? That's not gonna do anything.
Nobody would listen, so I needed to collect evidence. I think this is I think this will do it. I mean, with your testimony, and it seems like your friends are on the up and up. So
So you think we should, are you suggesting we leave now and go up to the spire and testify that these people are dealing drugs and that they are actually monstrous individuals?
oh, I mean, they'll kill us all if we do that. We're going to need to take this shipment, and take
Oh,
care of the druids that come with us, the guards somehow, and take the entire shipment up to show them. We need to take it to the
mm,
right people to show them what's going on here. So if you could just help me do that, I'd be greatly in your debt. And maybe I could
yeah.
family situation somehow. I don't know.
Oh, um, yeah. Okay. How do you have any contacts in the judiciary? Like, could you get, for example, convictions overturned erased, removed from the.
Positive. You can trust me.
Hmm.
Have the elf ever let you down before? We look after each other.
Yeah, that's one way to describe it. Yeah, okay, sure. Yes, I think that's reasonable.
All right. I don't have a specific tactical plan of action, but
Hmm.
like we can figure it out as it goes along. I I hope you're able to bring this up with your friends in a way that convinces them to help us out. And if not, I mean, what's one more drow that goes missing, right?
Oh, is tainted here a drow? Is that, by the way?
No, no, Xanthar is.
Oh, oh,
Tainted
oh,
is,
oh.
Tainted is a high elf, yeah.
Yeah, right, right, right. Who? Oh, so okay.
Yeah, he's saying like we can involve your friends, and if something happens to them,
Who cares?
no big deal.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Um, all
Yeah,
right, yeah,
he
let's do
might
it.
have even seen my wanted poster.
Mm. Ooh,
All right, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Um, all right, yeah, let's reconvene and talk about that as we proceed on this mission.
all right. I'm gonna get some shut eye. I'll see you at Wheels Down.
Hmm. And Ruby will take her leave. And let me just put a pin in this for a second because I wanted to check in with everyone at a table meta level. I was thinking about doing something that will change the story significantly here, but I don't want to like spotlight too much. And so if y'all are like, oh, I can't wait to talk to this character about this interesting choice.
No, go
Okay.
for it. For
Okay.
me, on my end.
So if everyone's okay with that, Ruby, we can always retcon it and change it. We'll rewind it. But so Ruby takes her leave. It's like, yeah, all right. And she waits for a little while for what it seems like Tainted is like going to be at bed and is like away, and she goes straight to Rose
Excellent. And Rose,
because
I
yeah,
don't think Rose sleeps. I don't think the druids sleep at all.
right, they're not, yeah, they're not. So she walks in and she's like, so I have some information that you might find interesting and valuable, but I'd like it. I want to make sure that it's going to be properly rewarded.
Oh, information. Of course, aside from the drugs, which I really enjoy dealing in, information is a little side hustle of mine. So I'm really curious to see what you got for me.
So, as you know, my family was disgraced. And what you may not know is that the disgrace did not occur because my father was consuming mushrooms. It occurred because the Spire police raided us
Mm,
during a high society event
mm.
and shamed the family by dragging him out in front of everybody.
Yes, a shame. Police can't.
Right. Yeah. So the idea that somebody might think that just because they're from the Spire, I have common cause with them when they're a cop, I think is misguided.
Oh,
And the idea that simply being Elfir makes them my ally, when what matters is not your ancestry, but your quality, your beauty. Uh, and as we all know, Tainted is a poser and never has been a real member of the society provide producing quality.
oh my.
I only see someone try hard. Eh. And I'm telling you this because it ends up that he's a Spire cop.
What? A police
Yeah.
officer here in the Grove? Well,
Dreams Tainted Blood or whatever his name is. That's not even his real name. Did you know that? That's not even his scene name. That's a name he put on to, I don't know. I think he probably listened to too much maudlin and sentimentalist popular music when he was a teenager and got the name from one of their lyrics. So,
You
yeah.
think we should kill him?
Well, I mean, it might be more interesting to you for and valuable for you because just killing him means they'll send someone else. Find out who his contact is.
Oh,
Root out the Spire police presence throughout the city beneath here, and you'll ensure your security long term.
you're very shrewd. I like the way that you think. That's a very good plan. I would never. I am rash when it comes to betrayals, as you've seen. I like the way that you handle yourself. I like the way that you handle yourself. That's a fantastic plan. Um, uh, who do you propose on doing this yourself, or is there someone that you recommend that might be more
Well,
advanced?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I think maybe allowing him to go on the mission, and we can learn to whom he wants to deliver your shipment.
Still allow him on the mission? Oh well, yeah, yes, of course.
That way, when I learn what he really has in mind, then and only then, yeah, someone who has can I don't know remove him from the chessboard in
Hmm.
an artistic way, which isn't generally my forte,
Oh,
but you
don't
know,
stop down. That's
in a pinch, I can.
well, I know that our contact Knob is quite fond of the theatrical. So if you manage to get the information out of him before the delivery and put on a little show for them, I think that'll go over really well.
I think I can arrange that. Yeah,
Well,
excellent. But like I said, I hope this one,
of course, you're expecting a reward.
well, I mean, I'd appreciate it. It would motivate me to provide further information like this to you, rather than to more, what's the word? I don't know, more giving providers who may value my information more.
So this first one is on the house. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Fantastic. Well,
You know how it works. First one's always free.
exactly. Well, you've given me a lot to think about.
And then she'll take her leave.
Great. Um, anyone else that Dolwyn or Red I want to do before, or Dolwyn especially?
I mean, Dolwan wants to take this opportunity to try to uncover the secrets of mushroom cultivation.
Yeah. How would you like to do that?
I think he would like to look for any sort of records they have, any sort of, I mean, I think a field guide to mushrooms is what he needs at this point.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think you pretty much, I mean, there's not a lot of secrets here. I think you pretty much have the run of the place, so there's not a lot of sneaking around that needs to be done. Um, and I think you make it to there's the upper levels are mostly kind of functional bedrooms, dining areas, hangout places, some storage. That's well guarded, but they're still like, yeah, what are you gonna do? Like, there's only so much you can carry off, right? I think you make your way to it's like it used to be a spiral stone staircase. Um, the walls and steps have kind of grown spongy, I guess, over the years. And they lead into a vast growing cave that you can see is like it's separated into like different areas. There's druids, walking around tending. And not in a uh, aggressive way or anything. I think one of them approaches you and just says, um, "Can I help you find something?"
I was curious about your operation here. Not because I'm want to duplicate what you're doing, but I've talked to many people who have an interest in um, identifying new properties of these mushrooms, and I thought this might be the place to find an expert. Uh,
Mycologist,
Mycologist, yeah, there, yeah, yeah.
the right place.
Um,
Axel, chief mycologist at your service.
Oh, um, well, I've run into the right person then. And I think he pulls out kind of a notebook with lots of kind of diagrams of mushrooms and his kind of his field research on testing these different things. He's like, really, what I'm trying to figure out here is kind of the right blend of mushroom components to kind of replicate the effects uh, of well, I don't know this exists per se, but kind of the legendary um, uh, elixir of longevity that I don't know if you've heard of that here in Inspire, but it's something that back in the
Yeah.
East.
I'm not familiar with that strain, but I'd love to share knowledge. And really,
Uh,
the reason I found myself, once someone's got a mushroom, like once you got a spore print, it's out there. So it's less about protecting the mushrooms themselves and kind of, I mean, sharing the knowledge, but knowledge is it's just out there, and once you get it, ideas are cheap. The implementation is everything. I mean, look at this place. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
exactly. I mean, that's totally right. It's you got to expand you got to you're got to have a mind kind of like a piece of wet bread, right? Just flex all kinds of things, and you never know what's gonna start growing.
it's like and fungus just needs. Yeah, do you know how much space fungus needs?
Uh,
As mushroom as possible. Damn.
ah, that's great. That's great. That's the second excellent pun I've heard tonight.
So, what do you need to know?
I mean, I think what I need is kind of a way. I'm not from around here. I need a way to identify these different mushrooms because what I've been doing is just eating anything I come across.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't do
And
that.
and someone was telling me that that's not the right approach.
That is,
Um,
I mean, unless there are a lot of you, and
there are, I mean, I'm made of bees, but you didn't notice that I've got bees.
oh, I thought that was just me. I'm sorry.
Um,
Um,
but I am open to the suggestion that there might be a better way to identify mushrooms than eating them.
uh, I can share a field guide with you if that helps.
I mean, that would be fantastic.
Great, come on along. Um, and he takes you to a back room. Um, yeah, I mean he's really agreeable, and he like there's a it's not necessarily room, it's an alcove, and it's got some it's planks across stones, and the books are not in the best shape,
Mhm.
right? Kind of damp down here, kind of spores everywhere. So I think this is going to be a roll.
Sure.
See A, what condition this book is in, and B, what might happen. I think it's going to be a discern. I think it's going to be wild.
Sir and wild. Um, am I still? Have I? How long has it been since?
I think you've had time to I
Sober up, yeah.
still have the addiction condition.
Yeah.
That all applies, but the effects of the mushrooms themselves are
Have worn off.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
All right.
the addiction effect is still in place.
All right. What did I get here? All right, that's an 8.
Yeah, and I don't think this is a concentration or manipulation things. I think you're
Okay.
so that's an 8. That's a success without complication. Without stress.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he does kind of guide you to take some time to sort of pick out the right one and guide you to a kind of a thick but sort of smallish. It's almost like a solid block, and probably thicker than it would be because it's kind of swollen. And in fact, yeah, there are some like shelf-y looking fungus growing along the spine. And it's it is damp, and it looks like ink sketches with watercolor to sort of give an idea, and then scrawling, which is the ink is bled. It will probably give you some idea of some stuff. Probably not the best reference you're going to find in the world, but it's better than nothing. And yeah, I think let's give you a piece of a resource for that. I think that'll be I'll put it in chat for you. Mushroom field guide, and that'll be I think it's gonna be wild d6. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. And there's no stress associated with that. You have found a helpful text.
Nice.
Great. Let's got half an hour left. Let's go to morning. Is someone not going to be here next week? Is that true? We got everyone. Great. Cool. There is a cart set up. There are 4 druids in their robes. One of them is the one you met out front, whose name was, I think that was Thorn. Is that right?
Yeah, that was my good friend Thorn.
Yeah, Thorn. Thorn.
Our good friend Thorn. He was the one who gave Dolvin the pipe, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And Pitch was the one that killed the guy.
Yeah.
Cool. So Thorn is the guy who's like, cool, I'm going to show you the way. I'll do the talking when we get there. These 2 are going to pull. Plant part name here is along to help out, and yeah, this is the payload, and there's a chest that seems like it's like mostly wooden and plated with what looks like lead or tin sheet kind of pinged on there, and then it's melted with wax sealed, and it's in the cart. It's not a huge cart. It's like maybe the size of like a small dining room table, and it's just filled with like moss and some straw, kind of to cushion it. It easily pulled by. It could be pulled by one person, pulled by one person, easily pulled by 2. So it's going to be a nice breezy journey through the heart with some totally safe mushrooms.
And totally safe druids.
Totally.
And
That Dolwyn is
Totally.
addicted to.
totally safe Elfir wannabe
Mhm.
goths.
Yep.
So 2 things. One, I actually won't be here next week, but I'm here the week after.
Right.
I signed up. So it was me. Second, I have a ability that I take right before we leave when we're about to embark on a delve. So I'd like to do that once we are officially embarking.
Great. Oh, and I think Zenthar, when you woke up, there was a note near your bed that just said, "Don't trust the elf."
Oh my God. I would have totally trusted the elf before. I was, wow, thank you, whoever this was. And I'm showing this to Red Eyes. Is that a joke? I'm a
I,
drow.
I
How
would
would
ne-
I trust an
I would
elf?
never write that to you. I
There must
know you
be
don't like any of them.
No,
like like
must have been a human. They just they have weird ears.
They have trouble
That's
telling you
uh,
yeah.
apart.
the elf is a snitch. Don't trust her. That's what.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Oh.
Oh, that clears up which elf I shouldn't
that's
trust.
why I wanted
Elves.
to make sure you got that pronoun there. Yeah, let's hear about that ability.
Oh yes, okay, that is me. Yeah, so I have Crimson Mirror. I rolled Discern plus Occult to cast the spell before I embark on a delve. And the languages, if you want the flavory language, it's it says, I bleed upon an upturned mirror and omens swim within the crimson. So, I mean, obviously I have a handheld mirror that I carry in my pack along with all my other very critically important things. So I pull it out and I whatever, pluck my eyebrows or some elfin beauty standard thing. And then I set it down and pull out a small little blade and cut my palm and squeeze out some blood onto it and swirl it around. And I feel the diseased blood within me start to churn and flow up into my eyes, and I get like bloodshot red eyes, and then I start to see things.
Nice. So you're gonna give me three omens. They can be vague if you like, and they will happen on the delve.
Okay, so do I roll to cast the spell?
Yes, you do. Discern plus occult. Oh, and
Okay,
this
so
is the part I was talking about at the beginning that was confusing for folks last time too. Each of the major ones has
mhm.
the minors attached to it. Those are
Mm,
things you have to buy additionally. Just the
okay.
so you only have the Crimson Mirror, and then you would add the Shared Visions, Scarlet Insight, and Dire Portents as separate minor abilities later on.
Okay, so I don't have any of those just yet. I just get the major. Okay. All right. All right. So then I just hit the roll button because this is a
Uh,
standard or
Standard, yeah.
success.
Cool. That's a full on success.
Right.
Cool. So, do you have three omens that you'd like to give?
I do.
Right.
I think one of them, the first one that comes up is um I see Zenthar falling and someone possibly me save them or catch them.
Cool.
That scene flashes. The second scene I is the is that Tainted is looks at me with a look of betray, like just like betrayal, or horror at being betrayed, and we seem to be perhaps in Mog's presence, somewhere like official, so to speak. And then the third one might be something more vague. You think of this as like here's a little toy for the storyteller. It is a pair of red eyes in the darkness, uh, as we all are walking in one direction behind us that we don't seem to notice as we're walking.
Great. Fantastic. Those three things will happen on the delve. And the first time you interact with whatever you find that relates to each omen, you will roll with mastery. So you get a bonus die.
Okay, cool.
Great. Anything you want to do before you set out on the delve? The thing I want to do is add a little thing to the map because that is fun. Where's my Spire? Roll 20 maps. Let's see. Delve, delve, delve. Ooh, that's a fun one. Yeah, let's do that. Just drop that right there, right? 20. Come on. Sometimes Roll20 behaves and sometimes it does not. There we go. Hey. So this is our delve here.
Also, we're going into tier 2.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no, I don't want to go into tier 2 yet. Let me take us over this way instead. Thank you for catching that. Still gonna be some cool stairs though. There we go. Cool. There we go. So there's our delve. This is a delve between the Redcap Grove and the God of Corpses. So this delve is going to be wild and religion. Cool.
So both domains?
Yes.
Wow, cool.
So
Religion.
yeah, awesome. So what you can roll with either domain, and we do stuff regarding it.
Yes,
As it is.
I have religion too.
Fantastic. You haven't done a delve before, right? So the way that works is delves have resistance. Think of them as like hit points for the journey. And someone is going to make a delve roll, and we will see how far along we get. Fallout can and usually will occur during that process. So some people have items that will help them progress further in the delve. Everyone's going to progress as a group. So who would like to make our first delve roll? And this will be with delve and either wild or religion.
And what skill?
Delve.
Delve, obviously Delve, yes. Sorry.
I don't have either of those domains, so it probably
I have-
shouldn't be me. But
I can
and
do
I can't
it.
think of story wise.
I have both. I can do it, but unless Dolvin wants to.
Oh yeah, you want to, or
Sure. I mean, I don't have those domains. I have the delve skill.
Oh yeah. Oh, and you
I
have
mean, I have both domain and a Delve skill, yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
go ahead then.
great.
Okay.
So yeah, delve and the.
Somebody want to help me?
Oh yeah, does anyone?
Or does it not work like that?
I think it does work. Just if there's fallout, then they will share in the fallout.
Okay. If nobody wants to help, I'll do it by myself.
I feel like Red Eye would probably help.
Yeah, cool.
Because we were kind of palling around that last session.
Yeah. And we were doing drugs together, so I
Oh
think,
yeah, we did some drugs together. Yeah.
We
So
did
Red Eye's
drugs
definitely
together.
helping.
Yeah, cool. Yep, then I don't have to. Let's see how that goes. Come on, be nice to me.
Had a lot of good rolls.
It's a 6, so
Okay.
take stress, but it's a success. So.
Great. Cool. Success at a cost. Take stress. This is a delve here, so we're gonna do. You're gonna take 3 stress. Let me think about what kind of stress that's gonna be. Let's make your delve roll first before I decide that. So it's gonna be a D4.
A D what? D4?
Yep.
And how do I phrase that?
You can just
Roll
roll.
D4.
I think it has to be 1 D4, but D4 might work.
Roll 1 D4. See if that works. Yes, it's a 2.
Cool. Great. So it's okay. It's okay. So we are moving out of the grove, and into the outer reaches of the grove. The grove is pretty expansive, I think. Um, Interesting. So it's still kind of cool, like it never becomes night here, right? Really. So it's this kind of cool filtered sunlight. You're kind of the
Do not like sunlight.
no, but you're on the good side of it this time, right? um, you are a dead walker. Um, mhm. So when you were talking with your death last night, what kind of through all the haze, what parts stuck with you in the morning?
Ah, I think the parts that stuck with me had to do with the gray
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that feeling that I should get there more and maybe explore because and also that the necromancer I'm looking for might be more easily defeated from the gray.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What does it look like when you walk through the gray?
Like you walk through fog.
Mhm.
I don't think Sensor has done it very often
Yeah.
because it's super weird, right? They are not, they talk a lot about, yeah, I'm dead, it's fine. But they're not really fine with being dead.
Yeah.
So they haven't been there very often. It's like going through fog and there are things there. And
Yeah.
then he got scared and got out. Not that he would admit to that.
Uh,
They would. Sorry, I misgender my poor character all the time. I apologize for that.
yeah. So I think you're still kind of maybe a little hazy from last night,
Mm.
um, and probably walking behind the cart, I guess, just because it's natural to sort of fall back there. And maybe there's it's not a full on vision of the gray, but almost like you've got some eye floaters a little bit, you think. And so like a patch up ahead of you is kind of like weird and fuzzy. And you're like, oh, it's just like allergies from all this pollen or spores, right? But it seems to kind of like it. You walk closer to it and it feels like you're approaching it. Um, I think it feels cold as you're getting there, but it's you just blow it off as a leftover effect. Um, and when you get to it, the gray finger comes out and pokes you in the chest. And you hear when it makes contact, you hear the raspy voice in your head. Your new friends won't help you escape. And that's the voice of the necromancer. That's
Oh,
gonna be 3 echo stress.
oh no. Okay. Means I have to do another echo test, right?
Yeah. So add that and do a
Yeah.
follow.
Okay. Up to the follow test. It's 2 versus 5. I don't know where it says versus
Oh, because
5.
if you click the Fallout test button before you click out of the box,
Oh, okay.
but
Okay.
2 under 5 is the same as 2 under 8.
Yeah.
So you can clear echo stress, but you're going to take some
Neat.
echo fallout.
That's okay, I guess.
And let's make that. I think this is the last thing that we're going to do. Fallout, echo fallout. Mm. Oh,
Oh no.
yeah, let's do this. This is going to be a good time.
Okay.
So your echo fallout is Exodus. Uh, you, yep, that's minor fallout. You and this doesn't stick. You retch up a handful of writhing creatures,
Oh,
fat moths, translucent grubs, spiders with the wrong number of legs, throbbing parasites, and so on. Anyone who sees this and isn't ready for it marks D4 mind stress.
Sorry.
Um, who is in sight of Zenthar when this happens?
I'll take some mind stress.
Cool. I'll roll a D4 for you. That's a solid 4 mind stress for you.
Yeah, let's say I'm there too.
All right.
Yeah, I guess I am too. Let's all gather round.
One for Ruby.
Now I'm being cheeky because I have an ability called Not Yet,
Hey,
which says once per session I can avoid suffering negative effects from mind fallout
fantastic.
for the yeah. So I just am like I look at it and go, ugh, difficult.
Well, so do we make we have to make a Fallout test?
Yeah, so you'll take the stress and then make the fallout test.
Okay.
Red, I got one.
So Gwen, it sounds like you'd still take the stress, but if you fail the Fallout test, you can avoid the negative consequences.
So I take 4 mind.
Yeah, take 4 mind, click out of the box, and hit the fallout test.
Okay.
Cool.
I also have a mind of many doorways, which gives me +2 mind protection.
Oh, cool. Then you would only take 2 stress from that.
Okay. Then I go down, and then I go pink. No fallout.
Cool. Elliot, Dolan, do you want to roll your fallout?
I did, I think.
Oh, you did. 6 over 4. Great, fantastic. And Red Eye, you want to make your very unlikely.
I thought that you rolled for me, or sorry, I misunderstood.
So add 1 echo stress.
Oh, not mind stress, so 1 echo stress.
Oh, sorry, mind stress. Yeah, mind stress. Sorry.
Okay, so 1 mind stress,
Mhm.
and then I'm rolling fallout.
Yeah, make sure you click out of the box first.
Okay,
Um,
no fallout.
Great. Yeah, everyone's surprisingly cool with gross dead bugs getting puked up.
I'm allergic.
The
Great.
night is still young.
Yeah.
The morning is still young.
I mean, it would take me a bit of chutzpah for me to be upset about bugs being picked up.
That is probably a tasty, delicious breakfast for the bees.
Yeah.
Great. I think we will end on that note.
Yes.
Fantastic. Let's do a round of stars and wishes. Let's start with same order. We'll start with Sabine.
Stars all around. That was a great session. I loved all the characters, interactions. I loved how the interactions I had with Red Eye. I loved the interactions Red Eye had with the Elfir. I really liked Dolwyn smoking that pipe and not being so very good. And I like your little mushroom book that might come in handy. Gwen, I love your character. This is a great character. I hope you're having as much fun as me, as snarking at each other, but I think we will not meet each other again. You're not there next week, and I won't be there the week after. So yeah, that's a pity. That's a really shame.
Another game soon.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, this is not really a good time slot for me, but I was just like, oh, I want to play the heart.
Any wishes?
Yeah, I know I'm happy where this is going. I'm really curious to see what we are going to do with the goth wannabe cop elf guy. So yeah, I just want to see where this goes.
Fantastic. Elliot.
I really enjoyed the amount of role play in this session, and it was fun to see everyone's character come out more. Gwen, I thought your character was a great addition to the group, and I think kind of the dynamic of kind of the way you interact with everyone, I think brought out a lot of fun moments. So I was happy to see that. In terms of wishes, I think I'm ready. I'd be happy to see things escalate dramatically, given how little time we have left. I'd be up for whatever insane twists happen next couple sessions.
Awesome. Thank you. Nick.
Yeah, definitely echo what others were saying about stars. Yeah, Gwen, it's so nice to have you. Like we had a really good time in our first session, but I feel like this just like rounds it out, and we're like, all right, this is the team. So that was really fun to see like all the characters bounce off one another. Some really lovely scenes. Yeah, I agree with Elliot about the role play. That was very fun. Um, Getting to know who the characters are a little bit more, and really love the world and the characters in this like startup yoga teacher druid that I hate love.
I think it might have been Grandmaster Jeff Goldblum, but I'm not sure of that.
Yes, I was
there
saying
it is.
100% the whole time. I'm like, this is Jeff Goldblum
so
from
good.
Ragnarok. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, you did. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, and wonderful job, Mark, as usual, taking us through things. But I also that like that your scene cuts were also just like so good this time, just being like, and that's the final scene. Wishes, I am still kind of learning the like pieces. I was really grateful to Gwen for doing the Crimson Mirror move because I was like, oh, that's how I do magic. Like, oh, it's like hidden here. So I'm still learning all the pieces. I think I wish for me to kind of reread the rule book a little bit more. It's not usually my style, but maybe I'll read a rule book. And I had another wish. Oh yeah, same wish as Elliot, just to watch it just kind of ramp up and see how we ride these characters into the wall.
Get wild.
Get wild. Thanks, y'all.
And Gwen.
So yeah, first thanks to all of you, stars to everyone for like just rolling with me, just plopping in out of nowhere. And also showing up with like I feel like I was a bad it was lazy of me not to hunt down the book and figure out how to play. I didn't know it's not a session one for everyone where it's like we spent half the game learning how to play. I just showed up and you did a great job of integrating me, which I really appreciated. Stars as well to the world. Yes, the Jeff Goldblum Grandmaster. Total like this person is so pleasant and like you did such a good job, you know, because you and I haven't played together before, but you did such a good job that there were moments where I was like, is he going for that character, or you just happen to be from the same place Jeff Goldblum is or something? You know, I'm like, is this just like who you are, or is this your character? I couldn't tell for a minute. Same thing with Red Eye. Like, because the first time you started talking is when you fell through the wall and you were all discombobulated, or Red Eye was. And I was just like, that's a strange vocal pattern. Is that them? Are they like you, Nick, just talking like that? Or is that Red? What's going on? Because, you know, so it's like, I really like the way that all of you, I mean, I like Elliot, the way Dolwyn was like, I don't remember what the line was, but you're like, yeah, I'm a criminal or something like that. And it was just like, there was this strange sort of like, I don't know. I mean, it was like, I had this like Ralph Wiggum, I'm in danger sort of picture for Nolan. I love that. And I also really love the like, I don't know, the class static that Ruby and Xanthar had. That was a lot of fun to play out too. Everyone was great. I'll just turn into bees. But yeah, so this was magnificent. I really had a lot of fun. And I mean my wish would be just I'm more, but also like I'm also like I don't know, I'm a game designer and I love playing new systems. This is a new one for me. So I want to like get a little more nuts and bolts of how delves work and stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm bummed that I won't be here next week because holiday social events happening and stuff. But I'll be back the week after that.
Cool, thank you.
So
Any
thank you all.
wishes specifically? Is there anything you would like fictionally to happen with Ruby on the trip, or just leave that up to
Yeah, I mean, I trust your narrative judgment, but I mean, I would imagine she would be trying to be the good little dutiful employee, but keeping an eye on Tainted, trying to keep up that illusion for a while. And also, like just imagine her as somebody that like thinks everything down here is gross.
Mhm.
And so she's like, ew, you can go ahead in front of me. I'll be back here. And ew, there's some threat. You can take care of that. Like That's why she's like just hanging around in the back, for a session.
To be fair, everything down here is super gross. So,
Right.
great. Yeah, I had an awesome time with y'all. Very minimal idea of what was going to happen, and thank y'all for kind of like helping me shape it into place.
Mark, I think I might make it to session 4. This is so much fun, and I mean, I can run this other game in my sleep, so which probably I will have to do, but it's fine. It's fine. We don't start before 12, so
oh,
I'll get sleep.
those of you who will be here next week, if if you hit a beat, pick a new beat to replace that. You can also replace beats that you don't feel are working for you. So just
Oh, good.
um, definitely like that happens all the time. So yeah, so start with 2 beats that you feel good with next time. Yeah, I had a great time. Y'all were super great. Gwen, thank you so much for jumping in and just like hitting the ground running with like the most lightning round character creation ever, and just like jumping in and like even though it was interesting because like the character was almost initially positioned as like antagonistic to the group a little bit, but like you fit in so well with them, it just like meshed beautifully. I loved it so much. And yeah, getting everyone's backstories tied in like that, and like playing on that class tension, but not like making it a gross deal is like just the right part of this game. I really love. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to stuff getting grosser and wilder, within the realm of what we are comfortable with, and yeah, just seeing what happens next. Cool. We are just a minute or 2 over time. Anything else we want to say before we say goodbye? Cool. I will stop the recording. Goodbye, the internet.